Hey everybody, it is your girl Mo, and I am here live. It is the Mo Live. It is Wednesday, and I am here with my special guest, Dr. Denise. Hey, Dr. Denise.
Hello, hello.
Oh my God, thank you so much for being here with me tonight. Like I was telling you, I get so excited, and the butterflies are so real each and every Wednesday that I do this. I'm like, I never want this feeling to go away.
Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you for having me. I'm really excited to be here.
Thank you. So I know we normally try to go for 30 minutes, but I know when the conversations are good, I'm like, we ain't on no
Hey,
network. We go as long as it takes to get the information.
sounds good to me. Sounds good to me.
So, Dr. Denise, I know we have so much to get into, but I really want to start with your new move. I don't know, but it's new to me. Your amazing movement. Can you tell everybody a little bit about that?
Absolutely. So, the story is I had been on this journey of self-discovery, trying to figure out what was going on in my own life, because I had levels of success, but deep down inside, I still wasn't happy. And I felt like it has to be more to this. And I felt like I should be doing more. I knew that was more for me to do. So I was on this journey, reading books, attending workshops. So this one particular weekend, I flew out to Dallas to go to this retreat. And so I got in on that Friday night. I met a young lady. We went out to dinner, had a good time. We were just excited about being there that weekend for the retreat. So the next day, we were all gathered together, and the facilitator allowed each person who attended to come to the front of the room and tell their story and to get coaching and all that good stuff. So what was funny was different people were coming up there and they were crying, right? And so I'm sitting back thinking like, I am not going to cry when I get up there. I don't know why they're crying, but I'm not going to cry. So finally, it was my turn. As soon as I sat down in the chair, I started crying.
What did it something that he say move you, or did it what the emotions? What did the
I
emotions
don't
come
know.
from?
And so the facilitator was like, "What's wrong? What's wrong?" I was like, "I don't know. I don't know." I said, "I just know I need to get my life. I don't know what's going on with me. I can't figure out. Again, I'm not happy. I know there's more for me to do. That's why I'm here because I need help. I need help with figuring out what is it that I'm not doing. I need to do." So the young lady who I had gone out to dinner with the night before, she looked at me. She said, "I know what's wrong with you." And I'm thinking like, well, we just met, the
Right.
night before. I've been on this self-discovery journey forever. And here this person is going to tell me what's wrong with me. So I didn't say all of that. I was thinking all of that. So I just looked at her and said, "Oh, really? What's wrong with me?" And she said, "You're smart, you're brilliant, you're talented, you're gifted." She said, "You're all these wonderful things." She said, "But you don't own it." She
Mhm.
said, "You need to own your amazing." I was like, "Oh my God, that's it." I said, "How you know me so well?" But really, every time I tell that story, it just takes me back to that night, because she really helped me to language what I had been feeling. And she was like, "Stop playing small. Just
Mhm.
own that you're amazing." She said,
Right.
"Stop being don't be unapologetic about who you are. At the end of the day, we are amazing. And all we need to do is own it." And so I left there. And that was the official start of the movement. Because that just really empowered me to understand that we are amazing and that we need to own it. So that is what the movement is all about. Just standing in your own personal power.
Absolutely. I love that. And I know even now I get that because I still playing like everybody else. No,
Mm.
well, I ain't gonna say everybody else playing small, but
Yeah.
a lot of us are trying to be humble because the world tells us not to
Mhm.
be humble, not
Yes.
to show up, and not to say, "Hey, I got it going on," not to pop your collar, not to do all of the things. But it's okay to do all of the things. It's okay to say, "Okay,
Yeah.
I'm Dr. Denise, and I got my PhD, and you
Yeah.
and everybody ain't got
Right.
it's okay for that to
Yeah.
happen." So all I know is I every time I say Dr. Denise, I even get all warm inside. I know for you it's probably like old news, but I'm like, man, listen, look at Dr. Denise.
No, it's not old news, and I don't take it for granted. You know what I mean? Like I don't take it for granted because, again, I think about my journey. I never thought I would be. Not that I couldn't. You know, I had the intellect and
Right.
intelligence, but there was so many negative messages that, like, am I smart enough? Well, my English teacher told me I was a terrible writer, and all this. And then I tell this story too. One of my best friends growing up, she made straight A's. She made one B between kindergarten and 12th grade. She made one B. So I was smart. I did well, but I compared myself to her.
Mm.
And so in my mind, I was like, well, I'm not smart enough because I'm not making straight A's. Not that I'm making A's and B's, but I'm not making straight A's like her. And so in my mind, it's like, am I smart enough? Can I really do it? Even though I did well in school, but it was still all of that self-doubt when we compare ourselves to other people, when we hear negative messages about just about who we are, that self-doubt creeps in. So no, I don't take it for granted that I was able to accomplish, the goal of getting my PhD. Again, I tell the story about my high school English teacher told me I was one of the worst writers he had ever had. I'm like, and he had been teaching for years. Like, I'm that bad, and so that just really messed with my confidence. So when it came time for me to write my dissertation, I was thinking like, oh my God, I have to write. Oh my God, it's going to be terrible. So I had that in the back of my mind. So I tell people I had to work through that. I had to fight through the fear. I had to fight through the self-doubt just so I could write a dissertation, just so I could write a book because I had those negative messages still, playing in the back of my mind.
Absolutely. And I know you mentioned, working through with your confidence. What would you tell somebody? What is one? I don't want to give all your strategies away, but what is one of the things that you did to work through that confidence piece?
It's really that one of the precepts and things of owning your amazing is understanding like who I am. And the first chapter in my book, it's called Divine Design. And if I tell people, if you get the understanding that you're it, you are it. If you really embrace that, it's life changing.
Yeah.
It truly is life changing. When you realize it's never been, it's not currently, and never will be anyone exactly like you. That to me is mind blowing. That is amazing. And so if we can embrace who we truly are,
Mm-hmm.
oh my goodness, that boosts your confidence.
Yeah.
It's like, you're it. You're it. I just tell people, you are it. And so I truly believe if we understood that our gifts, our talents, our looks, our intellect, all of that is uniquely us. You have yours, I have mine.
Mm-hmm.
And so if we understand, I believe in God, and I believe in the creator,
Mm-hmm.
and I believe he made us on purpose and for a purpose.
Mm-hmm.
It's not haphazardly that I have the gifts and talents I have and that you have the ones that you have. That's by design.
Yeah.
And so we can embrace that and revel in that and celebrate that. That's really a big confidence booster. So I tell people, just understand you are a divine design. There is no one else like you.
Absolutely. You throw that reveal in there. Was that pun intended?
Listen, you caught that?
I catch everything.
Love it.
I love that because I know I am going through all of that now. I was like, okay, Mo, you're good. No, I always thought I was good. Now that other people are saying, Mo, you're good at that. You're the best. You're this. You're that. I don't necessarily, like, I'm not the best, or am I the best? I don't know. That go to my head, but I'm like, okay, Mo, if they're saying it, then maybe it's true. It may be. I needed a little bit more. A lot of people don't want to admit that they need a certain level of validation. And when I first started this, I was like, okay, Mo, I didn't know really who I needed validation from, but I'm like, I need somebody to tell me. So yes, so oh my God. So let's move forward and let's talk about the Amazing Life project on the mobile channel. So I know how the a little bit of how the channel came out and how the show came about, but let all of the listeners and the viewers know why you wanted to do this Amazing Life project.
I am so happy and excited I decided to do it. That's how I met you. And so many other wonderful people. So it has truly been a blessing. I remember when I was told about the opportunity to have the show. Again, it never crossed my mind. It was like, TV show? And so the opportunity presented itself to me. And I remember the day of, I had been praying and meditating. And I said to God, okay, God, use my life. Whatever you want me to do, I'll say yes. I had said that. So a couple of hours later, the opportunity was presented. I was like, I don't want to say yes to that. I want to say no.
You said you didn't want to say yes.
I did not want to say yes. But earlier that day, I just said, I'll say yes, Lord, whatever. And so I was like, but I wasn't meaning that.
Right.
Right. And so I told the person, I said, I want to say no, but I'm going to say yes. Let me just process it. And so I'm just so grateful and thankful for the opportunity. And I'm glad I said yes. And so the premise of the show is that I believe that we all can create an amazing life, but it is a project. It is something we have to work on and build with the right tools and the right strategies. I believe we can build an amazing life that we love, not just one we're settling for or putting up with, right? And so, but I think the key thing is oftentimes we don't always know what's possible or that it is possible, right? Until we see other people doing it and experiencing it, right? And so the premise of the show is to bring on amazing guests to let the viewers know this person did it, so you can too. So that shares tools and tips and strategies about how you can build amazing relationships, amazing health, amazing businesses, amazing careers, and yet just your own sense of self. So I love the people I have interviewed so far and the ones that are on my list to come, because this is my opportunity to kind of pick their brain. Like, how did you do that? How did you get there? And so again, if we haven't been exposed to things, sometimes we don't know that it exists, that it's possible. And so I love this opportunity to do the show.
Absolutely. And I love what you said about the exposure on the Exposure Network channel. But in life, when we can show these kids and we can show other adults, like the things that you see on TV, like, possible. And he will make it for you if you do the work. So if people see, that's why I'm always like, even today, when I got the, y'all see the background, me and Dr. Denise, because we're on TV. And you can see anything that you can see, you can achieve. And it's not to sound like a cliche, but it is so true. Because, like they say, everything that happens, it starts here first. If you can picture it here first, we can help execute. Somebody can coach you. You got consultants, you got mentors, you got all of the people, all of the things that help move you along. But you have to believe it first.
Yes. Absolutely. So a lot of the work I do is mindset. I do business coaching. I help people launch their businesses. But the main part of it is mindset. I call them the jumpstart your mindset in business. But here's an example. I had a client and she wanted to start her own education consulting business, right? So we talked about some of the things that she needed to do, like get her business structure. And so one of the things I asked her to do was to get some professional photos made. Because as she goes out, sending out information, she needed professional headshots. She said, okay. So 3 weeks went by, we meet again. And so we're going through our list. And I said, hey, did you get your pictures taken? Did you, meet with the photographer? And she was like, well, no. I said, okay. I said, let's talk about it. Why not? I said, do you know a photographer? She was like, yes, I know plenty.
Right.
I said, is a conflict in scheduling? Is money an issue? None of that. She said, well, to be honest, I've gained a little weight and I don't want to have my picture taken. That was mindset. That had nothing to do with strategy, getting a picture. You know what I'm saying? So we had to work through that. But had I not had that conversation with her, I would have been like, well, why has she got a picture taken? It's a picture. And so we have to do mindset and strategy in tandem because it's a reason why people are not showing up. It's the reason why people are executing the strategies. It's the mindset.
Absolutely. You hit the nail on the head when it, like I said, mindset is everything. Like I was saying earlier, once it happens here, once we get over the way, and I, like I said, even today, I was telling you earlier, because in my mind, I want to be dolled up. I want to be like I'm an Atlanta housewife, loving hip hop, because we see that. Because I thought this is me getting over myself, right?
Right.
Me not being able to be made up all the time. That kept me from so many opportunities. It kept me from not doing this, not doing this more often.
Wow.
Like I was telling you, and anybody that knows me know this is my love. This is my happy place. But because I wasn't all made up and dolled up all the time, I'm like, no, I'm not doing it. But I get over that. I really had to get over that because now I'm like, okay, Mo, you can go to Marcus Dawson, get your hair done and get diamonds by Thrill and all of the things. But like I was telling you earlier, I'm like, okay, Mo, you can be pretty on the weekends, but I want to be smart every day. I want to be known for my knowledge, hence the Mo you know.
Absolutely.
So that was I'm still getting over the hump, but I knew that was the thing that was holding me back.
Wow. But the good thing, Mo, is that you recognized it. And self-awareness is so important
Yeah.
that we recognize the things that we struggle with, that we are insecure about, that we doubt about, and then we go and work on those things or even get people to help support us in those areas that we feel weak in. So I've had a business coach from the day one that I started my business, when I started my speech practice, and had some, all along the way. And I've had life coaches as well, and counselors. So you need people to help support you, to move you through, to help you to achieve your goals if you kind of getting held up. I remember I was about to work with a business coach, and she asked me like, well, Dr. Denise, why haven't you achieved this? And why have you done that with your business? I said, because of me. It's me. I was like, I stopped me. No one else stops me. I stopped me. And so she was like, you are the first person who ever said that. She said, it's the case with everybody. But she said, you're the first person to admit that. I said, I'm very self-aware. I know it's me. And so I every day I try to pray and work through getting myself out of my own way.
Right.
That's it.
And that is, oh my God, that's probably mind blowing for a lot of people. I know, even my time in the military, where people wouldn't, that is my biggest pet peeve, when people don't take responsibility for the part they played and why something isn't working. Like, because I know
Yeah.
I never blame, because I've had coaches and consultants and all of the things. And, I really wasn't, I was paying all of the money and doing all the software and all the tools. But it wasn't until I really decided to get, not, I was always serious, but I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
well, hit this summer. I'm like, you got to do something. Like, and all honesty, I didn't have nothing but time. So it was like I couldn't be out ripping and running. I had no excuse. I had no excuse but
Mhm.
to get out of my own way. And it was like, okay, we're gonna do this.
And that's so important. Again, taking responsibility for your own life, your own
Yeah.
happiness, your own stuff, being self-aware. But it takes time to be reflective and really sit down and like, well, who am I? What am I dealing with? What are my issues? So it's important that we become self-aware and understand like really who we are, and really who we are for ourselves, not what the world says, not what society and social media says, but who are you for you, and what do you stand for for yourself.
Absolutely. And I know you have an amazing workshop going on this weekend. The power of
Yeah.
clarity. I know, like I said, once and every that's clear. There's a lot of keywords and buzzwords that we've heard so much. During COVID. Confidence, clarity, pivot.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So tell us a little bit more about what people can expect during the Power of Clarity workshop this weekend?
Well, yeah, I enjoy doing workshops, but this is probably one of my favorite that I've done over the last maybe 2 years now, because it's so impactful. It's, I mean, people have literally said it's life changing because it is. Getting clear on who you are and what you truly want out of life, that's powerful. And so in the workshop, we dig deep. You know, there's this one exercise that I do. I'm not going to share. We have to come in order to find out what it is, but it blows people's minds because someone said, "I've never been asked that before." I said, "Exactly," and that's why I'm asking you today. And so for people to walk away understanding this is who I am, and this is what I want, and this is how I can go about getting it. Because I've been to workshops before. It's like, okay, yeah, this is what I want. And then I go home and like, well, now what do I do? How am I going to accomplish that? What tools, what strategies? So you will leave that workshop saying, this is who I am, this is what I want, and this is how I'm going to go about getting what I want. So clarity is so powerful. So I like to use the example of if you're going on a trip. I don't know if you like to travel. I know I do. But the first thing that a travel agent would ask you, like, where do you want to go? Where do you want to go? And you can't say, well, I want to go somewhere warm. Okay. Well, you want to go down to Mexico, you want to go to the Caribbean, you want to go to Hawaii. So they still narrowing it down, and you're getting more clear and more clear and more clear. It's like, okay, what do you want to stay? How many days? And so it's like, what do you want to do when you get? So they're narrowing down. You're getting crystal clear. And so by the time it's time for you to go, you know where you're going, you know how you're going to get there, you know where you're going to stay. But it's all laid out because they took the time to help you to get clear on exactly your destination. And so a lot of times people don't know that people can't go nowhere because they don't know where they want to go.
Right.
Like, where are you headed? Like, I don't know. Well, that's a problem. That's a problem. So clarity is
I
key.
always tell people, if you know where you want to go, I can help you there. If you know where you want to go, like I said, navigate GPS, all of the
Yes.
whatever we got to do to get you there, but you got to know where you want to go first.
And and that's hard for a lot of people, Mo, because a lot of times people have not really taken the time to say what they really want. They can tell you what their family say they should want. They can say what their spouse say they should want, what their community. But it's like, what do you want? That's so important, And I tell the story of when it was time for me to go to college, and there was one particular school everybody assumed I wanted to attend, but I didn't want to attend, and so I didn't apply. But I didn't tell people I didn't apply. I just didn't like. I ain't gonna tell nobody I'm not gonna apply. But finally had to let my dad know, like, I don't want to go. This is not what I want. And so that incident taught me that I have the right, I have the power to create the life I want, but I need to be crystal clear about what it is I want. That's not where I wanted to go. Everybody thought I wanted to go there. Everybody assumed I was going to go to this school. I didn't want to go, and I was not going to go just because other people wanted me to go. No, I didn't go. And so that's what I'm saying. You got to get clear about what you want, not what you think other people say you should want. It's like, well, what do you want? Where do you want to go? What do you want to be? How do you want your work life to be? And so we were talking a minute ago about my work schedule, my private practice. And it's like, people are like, well, why do you work like that? Because this is how I want to work. That's my schedule. This is how I choose, because I get to choose how I want to have my work life to be. And so it's just important that we really get clear on what it is we want. And then that really gives you the fuel, the power, the confidence to go after it. And so that's why I love doing this workshop, because it is really life-changing. It's really pointing people in the right direction and heading them off to create this amazing life that they want for themselves. It's amazing.
I absolutely love it, because I hear so many, now that we have Clubhouse and all of the things that people, they get on that stage and They just don't know. And it blows my mind because, like I said, I know her since I first saw at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And it's so funny because you know how I do this at 7. I'm like, you know what, Mo? You can start doing your show every day, 4 o'clock, just like if you want to do the things. And that's literally the conversation that I had in my mind the other day. But you know what? There's literally nothing stopping that from happening.
No, nothing.
I don't have to get anybody. I don't have to. It's literally a matter of me going into Acuity and setting the book, be able to book the people.
Yeah,
But that's it. That is it. I am the only thing stopping me from having that dream to come true.
absolutely. And when you really think about that, Mo, that is so empowering when you understand you hold the key to your own life. And it took me years to understand that. Because when we don't understand that, we think other people have control of our life. And then we do give other people control over our lives to make decisions for us, you know? But when you understand, like, it ain't the man, you know, it's not this, it's not all these externals. At the end of the day, we have the power to create whatever kind of life that we want for ourselves. That is powerful. That is powerful.
It absolutely is. And I know I'm going to stop making the excuses and just do it because it's like, Mo, now I put it out here now that everybody knows, I'm in my own way. But, like I said, I own my mess, all of it. And it's just like, okay, Mo, when are you going to log in? You got, your password. Passwords down. There's nothing. When I say nothing stopping me right now but me. And it's because I think, too, sometimes we get caught up in the fear of success. What if it doesn't work? Will I be able to handle all of the things? But I ain't even worried about who wants to talk, because people want to talk whether you're doing bad or good. Now I'm worried about, okay, when this thing starts, is it going to be as it is in my head? In my head, it's amazing.
Right.
But
Right.
I'm like, okay, well, what if it's not as amazing in my head? It's going to be on that TV screen, or but I'm gonna work through that because I'm like, okay, well, good or bad, you got to do something. And if it's not as amazing, guess what? We can tweak it. Guess what? We can make the adjustments, and that's what we have to do in business anyway. Is make the adjustments, do it, test it. Okay, that didn't work. What can we do? And what I know is that when people see something not working,
Yeah,
people will, hey, honey, fix that. Hey, I got this program. Hey, I got this. I can help you with that. So that's what I tell all of my clients. If we put ourselves out there, people want you. And I know we always talking about, what the people. I pride myself on making sure that, my clients, and Dr. Denise is one of my clients, making sure that people who need clarity can find you. Because, if we put ourselves out there enough, when people hit rock bottom and they're like, oh man, I need something else. I want to be able to find you, be able to sign up for shop, be able to have, the one-on-ones, all of the things, because the help is available.
Yes, it
The
truly
key,
is.
Dr. Denise, she doesn't necessarily hold your key, but she has you have the key, she can unlock it.
I like that.
Yeah, and that's the reality of it.
Yeah.
You have the key and somebody else has the lock to help you break through, to help you unchain yourself, to help you unchain your brain, and all of the, the foolishness. And it ain't necessarily foolishness, but some of it is.
I'm gonna say, but some of it is foolishness.
I'm gonna call nobody else. I don't want to put their foolishness. I don't want to put my foolishness on them.
Not foolishness.
Okay, we gonna touch and agree that we got to work through.
Yes. So yeah, some of mine is foolishness, though. It is.
Okay, I thought I was the only one.
No. The conversations I have with myself, it's like, really, girl, really, like, you're doing the most. Stop that.
Right. Oh my God. So I know we are coming up on time, but I know tomorrow is Thursday. So every Thursday night, how proud I am of you for talk about it Thursdays.
Yeah. It's Think
So
About It
yes,
Thursday.
every morning at 8 o'clock, right? Because I know I'll be up.
Every Thursday at 8 a.m. is Think About It
Think,
Thursday. And it's just a
I
few
hope I'm not
minutes.
saying this wrong, but
It's
I know.
okay.
Okay, think about it Thursday because I know I'll be watching because I know my kid be up. I already be up, so I'm like, let me just.
Oh, and it's just a few minutes of inspiration, motivation. Just a thought, something I've been thinking about, and I'll share it and get people thinking about themselves and how that particular topic may relate to themselves, just to help them to be better and to show it more boldly. So I love doing it. I've been doing it for 4 years now, every
Wow.
Thursday. Yeah. And so I never run out of things to say. I think because there's so much that happened in my world.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I've been thinking about this. Have y'all thought about, so that, but it's really helped people to really think about their life and what they're doing.
Absolutely. And I know every Thursday you say something that resonates with me. I know it probably resonates with a lot of other people, but like I said, I only speak for me because I don't ever want to. She don't speak for me, So when I say I'm not being vain, but I'm speaking for me, and I know a lot of what you say resonates with me. I know one time you was, oh God, you was talking about. I think you were talking about best friends and being your own best friend. Was that okay? Because I know that one really. That one really hit home because I'm
Yes.
like, okay, when everybody else is busy, you got to be y'all. You got to be your own homie.
You dap yourself up, right?
Yeah.
Like, you got to be your own cheerleader. We're so good at cheering on other people,
Yep.
but sometimes you need to be your own best cheerleader because maybe that's not going to be anybody you can call, nobody, but you need that pep talk. You need to feel good about it. And there are a lot of small wins and personal wins that only I know about that I need to celebrate me.
Yeah.
And so we really need to be our own best friend and just really treat ourselves with the same compassion and kindness
Mm-hmm.
that we treat other people, because we can be very hard on ourselves and we can be very critical of ourselves. And so it's like, show yourself some grace. We all trying to figure this thing out called life. Nobody has it down pat. So show yourself some grace when you mess up, when you get it wrong, when you fall down, like, okay, that wasn't good. Okay, but I'm okay. I'll be okay. Pick yourself up.
Yeah.
That's what that was about. Yeah.
Absolutely. Because every day when I wake up, like, okay, it's a new day.
Yeah.
It's a new day to get right. It's a new day. I try, and that is one thing that I can say that I am proud of because I don't beat myself up as hard as I used to. Because I used to be one of those people, and I don't know if the military has something to do with it. Probably did, but I'm like, okay, Mo, you're not in the military no more. You don't have to be, dressed right, dressed. And I know I want some of that dress right because that's helped get me to 20. I'm like, okay, I try to let some of that go, but now, like I was telling you earlier, I need some of that back. I need to reel it back and put some of that structure back in because I'm like, okay. I was joking with a couple of ladies about, like, okay, I'm gonna get my schedule together. I'm gonna have a hot girl summer. We had no summer last year. I'm like, I ain't gonna be seeing the breast for so long. I'm gonna get the schedule down. I'm gonna enjoy my summer. We all should have. I don't want to say we all should have that mindset, but I know for me, the freedom to still get the work done, to make the money and still be able to enjoy it. Because I know that's a part. I think for a lot of people, especially me, that I'm doing the thing, but now, like you were saying earlier, I'm not enjoying it. Mm-hmm. And I want to get back to the place where, okay, you checked it off, you did the thing. Now go enjoy life.
And that's so important because, I don't know about you, but grew up this whole work hard, work hard, work hard, work hard. And it's like, well, when do you have time to enjoy all the fruits of your hard labor? So learning how to balance that, to work hard, but also play hard too.
Yeah.
Have some fun. Go on some trips, lay by the pool or just have fun in your own, town or city or whatever. But relaxation and recreation is so important for our sense of well-being and just for our whole mental health and for our creativity, all of that kind of stuff that's going to help us when it's time to go back to work on the business. Because we're relaxed, we've been able to create and things flow a lot better when I take time to have some self-care. It really does.
I know even getting a good night's rest, because sometimes up all night trying to get things done because in my mind, I'm like, I want to get ahead. And like, you're never going to get ahead. Be there. They still be there. Like, girl, go to bed. Ain't nobody answering these emails at 2 o'clock in the morning. Go to bed. They ain't even, but go to bed. And I know when rest, it makes all the difference for the next day.
All the difference. And even in college, I was never one of those people that could stay up all night and cram. I was like, I'm an early person. I tend to get up earlier because I rested and I'm fresh, so I'm ready to get up and get about my day. But staying up late to do what? But I've learned some good strategies about how to be productive and get things done, so that I can get to the things I really want to, truly enjoy.
Absolutely. And I know, like I said, we went a little bit past 30 minutes, but like the beauty of owning your own time, owning your own things. And I don't, I definitely try to respect people's time. So I do want to respect your time. And just give everybody their social media, because I do have your website going across the screen so people can book the call with you, so they can go to the website and buy the ticket. So they can get all the so over, you still have access to Dr. Denise, so you can own you're amazing. So I'm really excited because, like I said, I meet so many amazing people. Everybody should have everybody to have the opportunity. Now, guys, here's your opportunity. Because when you see me and Dr. Denise having an amazing summer, don't say we ain't trying to put you on. Don't say I'm out here living her best life when I'm giving you the key to the best of your best life too. So, Dr. Denise, give everybody your social media.
So you can find me Amazon. I got shopping over my Amazon. I'm like, Amazon. No, I'm sorry, Facebook. You can find me on Facebook at Dr. Denise at Own Your Amazing. Instagram, I'm at Dr. Denise Moore. The website is ownyouramazingnnow.com. But I tell people start at the website, get some information about that. But definitely follow me on Facebook, Instagram, so you can know about all the amazing things that's going on. Not just with me, but those who are in the movement. There are some amazing people who are part of the Own Your Amazing movement. And I get so inspired and motivated about what they're doing. And so we share, we let each other know what we're doing. We hold each other accountable. We celebrate one another. So you need to be in the community where people are going to push you. They're going to celebrate you. And that we all can be like-minded in terms of trying to create these amazing lives.
Absolutely. And like I said, everything you say gives me something else that I can keep this conversation going. But when I am going to say this, that community of support. We talked about all of the keys. That's the key.
That's the key.
After you get out of your own head, then you surround yourself with people that's going to pull you, push you, inspire you.
That's big. It's big. I'm telling you, you got to surround yourself with amazing and great people. You have to.
You do. You absolutely do. But Dr. thank you again for your time this evening. I want to thank you for agreeing to work with me, but giving me a chance to show how amazing I can be.
Yes.
I'm going to own my amazing. You are talented in these streets. People, you're a people person, and pat myself on the back. But I love the things that I get to do to connect more amazing people. Get that the more.
I thought I was like more.
Yeah, I too. But yes, connecting people with even more amazing people. So guys, y'all heard it. You have the opportunity to get into the Power Clarity Workshop. You have the opportunity to work with Denise on all levels. So go to the website, book what you need to book, and let's get to our amazing life.
That's
so
right.
Dr. Denise, you have a great night.
Thank you so much
for next session.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Going to get to where we're going next. we going. And the one thing I do, you know where you want to go, because like I said, this ain't your first rodeo. So
right.
When I tell you, like I said, Dr. Denise, I need all of the things, and she has the things. So I'm like, okay, we about to get.
Thank you so much. I so appreciate you. I really do.
And you have a great night.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.